Are you fleeing from the affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that yours. Yes, it's horrible. The afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Razir, went missing. I'm not sure, but it's not like Alchemist Razir not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone. I need an ally. Our non-werewolf allies barricaded themselves within the grotto. I need to speak with them and see if anyone might have seen where Razir was last headed. I don't think they'll be eager to speak to me, but perhaps you can get them to talk. Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid. We know very little about the disease. Our allies are afraid that we could turn on them at any moment. It's a valid concern. We left the grotto to ease their concerns and keep them safe. Not as much as I'd like. It strikes quickly and indiscriminately. Those who fall ill are consumed by an unnatural, violent rage. Nothing seems to get through to them. Their minds completely deteriorate. It varies. A friend of mine started showing symptoms a week before she was lost entirely. Others succumb overnight. I couldn't save them, but I will do what I can for those who remain. Alchemist Razir was close to a cure. I must find him. Soon after our escape from our captors, my pack was enslaved and experimented upon by a sinister alliance of vampires and werewolves that inhabit Blackreach. They held us in a place called Greymoor Keep and conducted horrible tests on our kind. Skjor convinced me to fight back. He and I eventually overpowered our captors and got our people out. We hid out here and formed a community with others that had been subjected to the torture. We thought our troubles were over. How foolish we were.
Much less trying to find Razir. He looked exhausted. His worry for Razir seemed to take precedence, however. It's not unlike him. He's always protecting everyone else. He sometimes forgets to protect himself.
No sign of Razir himself, but his journal should at least give us a clue as to where he went. What does it say? That's comforting. He must have been fairly confident to attempt the test. Impossible to say, but I hope with all my heart that he was. The cavern he writes about is nearby. We have a lead. Let's investigate. We need to get to the cavern quickly and see if Razir is there. It's funny. He's always been the strong one. They did awful things to him at Greymoor Keep, but he never broke. He inspired me when I felt like giving up. I'm not totally sure. He doesn't talk about it much. I knew they experimented on him more than the rest of us, because he was the strongest. He said they altered his body, made him take on strange mutations. It makes me sick to think of it.
rage. It's gone. I have control of my senses once more. Please, you must say... When I fell ill, I felt this all-consuming fury. I had no control over myself. My body was not my own. I've never felt so ill. I don't remember much. Just the rage. When I woke from it, Razir stood over me. He was ecstatic, babbling about his cure being a success. Before I could ask him anything, we were attacked by Skjor. It all happened so fast. He ran. Skjor chased after him. Looked to me like they went east. I wanted to help, but I'm too weak. I could barely stand. I lost track of him after that. I don't know if he survived, but please, you have to look for him. His cure works. Be careful. Skjor's changed. He is no longer the man he once was. The disease has completely destroyed his mind. He won't.
You found Razir. Thank you, friend. I'm glad to see he still breathes. What did he tell you? Good. Once we have the cure, we can stop the affliction from spreading. While you collect it, I'll get Razir safely back to the grotto. Meet us there when you obtain the cure. Skjor found us. I did my best to fight them off, but he was too strong. The affliction transformed him. It took everything in me to just stall him. I told Razir to run, but Skjor went after him. Please, you have to save Razir. He must survive. They must have gone through the grotto. Take the path to the right. You'll have to swim. There is an entrance tucked back behind the cavern. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I just need to stop the bleeding.
Skjor ran through here, chasing after Razir. Some of us tried to fight him off, but he's too powerful. We couldn't help Razir. And now I fear we are all infected. Cure! Thank you, stranger. Give it to me, and I'll make sure the others get it. You need to go after Razir. He's injured, and he can't...
unmatched!
Score. My friend. There was no way of saving him. He made sure of that. But I can't help but grieve for the man he was. Damn all of Greymoor Keep for what they did to us. I'll survive. Now that I'm sure the cure works, I need not worry about the affliction. Thank you for your help. I owe my life to you and Tranya. Please, check on her and...
I'm glad to see you in one piece, friend. And thank you for saving Razir. The affliction will subside as we spread the cure to those still affected. And what of Skur? I thought this much, but thanks to you, my people are safe. I would not let your help go to waste, nor will I let this tragedy sour the dreams Skur and I created here. Take this. We don't have much to offer, but we will never forget what you did for us. I will mourn Skur. He was all I had in Greymoor Keep. I would never have escaped without him. But I know he would want us to continue on. Dark Moon Grotto must remain a beacon of hope for all those who seek refuge in this darkness. The cure will take time to spread. But once it starts, the effect will quicken. Hopefully a few more of our fallen... My people need me. There are still those who endure countless horrors at Greymoor Keep. I want to be there for them when they escape. And I vow to better understand this werewolf-vampire alliance so I can help put an end to all this suffering. The flow of escapees to our grotto is small, but steady. Word of our community spread quickly. That is why I stay here instead of returning to my home. I can't bear the thought of anyone